Hey guys, I'm Tony Pombo, producer-director here at Realview TV. Today we're going to go over 5 film techniques that will really boost up your production value. We're going to go over the pros, the cons, and just give you a behind-the-scenes glimpse. Let's get started. Our first technique is green screen, but before we begin, let's set up. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, this kind of setup definitely needs 2 crew members. Hey Andy. Awesome. This is going to take a while, so let's speed things up a little bit. So after some final adjustments, we're ready to begin. So there it is, a green screen. As you can see, it takes a little bit of time to set up. And we kind of need a little bit of room to work with. So if you're choosing this option, please keep that in mind. Those are a couple of the cons, but here are the pros. Check out a couple of these examples of how we can really utilize green screen and make it to your best interest. So next we have the difference between a pan and a dolly. Some might confuse it as being quite similar since it's just a movement from right to left or left to right, but they're actually quite different. First we have an example of a pan. And now we have an example of a dolly. As you can see, the dolly looks much more cinematic. And if we have the time, we definitely like to bring it out and use it as a great tool. And next we have the jib arm. It can be compared to a dolly, except instead of horizontal movements, we have vertical movements. It's an awesome tool. Let's compare it to a tilt, which is when the camera just moves up and down. Here we have a tilt. And now, here's a jib shot. As you can see, the jib arm's another great tool. I would say the only con about it is the portability. We have to travel with these weights, and sometimes that can be a little cumbersome. But overall, I think it's awesome. Next, we have what's called variable frame rate. That's when we can take an image and make it either slow motion or fast motion. It's an awesome effect, and here's what it looks like. The pros about a variable frame rate going in either slow motion or fast motion is that it adds a nice film element to your video, and it gives something that's just very dynamic for the viewer. And really the only con is doing a sequence that looks like this, a time lapse. Basically, to achieve this look, we have to put the camera on a tripod and let it sit there for about 10 to 15 minutes, but the effect is awesome. Hey guys, so now we're back at the office, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about effects. We can do a bunch of different effects here. Some of our favorites are motion tracking, and then when we're done with a clip, we like to do some color correcting. So I hope you guys enjoyed the tips. I'm going to get back to work, and I'll see you all later.